Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ian Allen. Now, this is in connection with an incident that occurred 25 years ago. As you know, it's an election period, and things are happening, things are coming out. As they say, filth and the past sometimes comes to haunt you back. Ladies and gentlemen, 25 years ago, there was an incident that occurred with this girl and her mother. It had to do with the gentleman vying for the Prime Minister's office, leader of the opposition, Rowley. I have the mother here. She's a 69-year-old. Before I go to the daughter, I'd like the mother to tell me what exactly happened now. As you can see, I'm still showing the images and whatnot, but they're going to tell me exactly what took place 25 years ago, because I heard about the incident and I started to investigate. I started to make some calls in the PNM, and there are people, in fact, believe it or not, they were there also when it happened, but they don't wish to come out. But nevertheless, I located the mother and daughter to tell me exactly what went on. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Tell me exactly what happened involving your daughter and Mr. Rowley 25 years ago, 1990, at the campaign house of the late Ken Valley. Am I right?
Yes.
What happened, ma'am? Tell me.
During the campaign, one afternoon, I got these girls to work at the constituency office. They would just finish exams, and I told them they're not to leave the compound. When I came said afternoon, I saw my daughter on the pavement. I asked her what she's doing there. I told her not to leave that gate. And
how old was she then?
She was 17.
What school she attended?
Providence Girls.
Providence Girls.
Yes. And then one of the girls said, "Tell your mother what happened. Tell your mother what happened."
So when you came back,
yes,
you
she was on
close, your husband and yourself, your deceased husband,
yes,
working with Ken Valley.
Yes, doing walk-arounds and so
25 years ago.
Yes, yes. But I had my job. I used to come from 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I work with an insurance company.
Beautiful.
Yes. And that said there.
What was the name of the insurance company then?
No, it was an agency.
It was an agency. Go ahead.
So after that, I told Dr. I said, "Why did you take her for flyers? We don't need flyers."
When the relative or the friend is a friend?
Yes. Told her. Yes, a relative too. Also her cousin.
Yeah.
Told me
you saw them on the pavement?
On the pavement, and she was not supposed... Outside the compound. And she was not supposed to be there.
Where was the
on Digger Martin Main Road.
Digger Martin Main Road at that time, 25 years ago.
Yes. And I tell him, I said, "How could you do that? Would you like my husband?"
Where did
on
you
the pavement. On the pavement.
Was he
right there. She was
right
there.
Next to you?
She was right next to me, and my daughter was right next to him. I say, "How could you do that?" I told her not to leave the compound. So, knowing you, she left. But you should have known better.
Was it the first time you were meeting Dr. Rowley?
No, it was not, and it was not the first time she was meeting him either.
So she would look up to him as uncle?
That's right.
Yeah.
And then
Dr. Rowley, was he known to your husband?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. Martin Central started at my home.
Digger Martin Central started at your
here.
home?
Yes.
Beautiful, very interesting.
So everybody had known.
So you had seen yourself as a PNM stalwart?
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
But no longer.
No longer?
No. And then I started quarreling, and the late Maurice Marshall come and said, "Joan, you don't get on like that. What is going on?" And I told him what happened. And by the time my husband and the other guys came up and heard me, and there was a fiasco in front of the thing.
Describe the fiasco for me.
When my husband coughed him down, plus...
So your husband wanted to know what was the commotion outside?
And when I told him what was going on, well, he used his fist on him together with one of the...
Rowley?
That's right.
In front of everybody?
That's right, yes.
What together. You can remember? Tell me. Well, most of them, you can remember?
Some of them died.
And what again?
Well, the...
Manning was also present. Somebody told me Manning was present.
Manning was present, and when he heard that, he sent Dr.
So Manning had knowledge about this incident?
Yes, he did. Everybody.
Who again, if you can recall?
Well, Maurice Marshall was
Okay,
there. Ronnie Williams.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Very
Ronnie
good. So your
Williams.
husband
Quite a
cuffed
few.
him down.
Yes, together with
Who
one
will-
of the
Who cautioned your husband after? Who held him back and whatnot?
Mr. Marshall.
Mr. Marshall, the late Maurice Marshall,
Yes.
held
and
back your
Dr.
husband.
Yes.
And
Back. Together with the another guy also was in the fiasco. You know, so it was done, and then after the election I resigned.
oh, you resigned?
Yes, I resigned.
Resigned from the party or from?
Resigned from the position I held.
What position you held
I was secretary of Digger Martin Central.
Digger Martin Central. You were a secretary Digger Martin Central.
Yeah.
Bringing your daughter, your 17-year-old daughter, to assist you, and your husband working to build the party, not knowing. Where did he take your daughter? Where you found out?
He told her that he was going to get some flyers, which was not needed. And took her up to La Hockett Valley Road and showed her some lands that he bought and so on. And that they had no houses there at the time.
But tell me something, how do you describe this, I mean, seeing this individual?
I cannot even look at him. I don't even want to see him on television. I turn my television off all the time.
Serious?
Yes.
So you have carried this pain and whatnot? Tell me.
Yes.
But why? But what? I mean,
because my daughter didn't know anything about that. They were sheltered. They had no boyfriends or anything. Everybody used to come.
Did your husband continue with the party?
No, after that he came off.
Serious?
Yes.
And this is where Digger Martin Central, this is your home where the party started?
Yes. But it's no longer Digger Martin Central. Our area is now northwest.
Wow.
Yes.
So tell me something. Do you have respect for this man?
No, I don't.
Did he ever come and apologize to you?
No.
After
never.
the incident?
Never did.
Never
did. And
never?
Never apologize.
Wow.
Never.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're hearing it from, I mean, this is a woman who as they say, P&M started in a house. These are people who build the party.
Yes, my father was strong P&M.
Your father was a very strong P&M.
P&M, yes.
You chat with your daughter.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. 25 years ago, you just heard it from your mom.
Yes.
What exactly happened?
Well, because now I just finished secretarial school, and we were offered a little stipend for being the secretary at the by-elections office on Digger Martin Main Road. Little typing, answering the phone, seeing about the flyers, seeing about the office, little nitty-gritty stuff, daily stuff during the day.
What school you attended then?
I went, no, I just finished from Leonard's Business School, and doing secretarial course. So this was our first, basically our first job, employment. Everybody was very friendly all the time. Some of them would buy us lunch and so forth. And this day in question, the gentleman, Dr. Keith Rowley, asked if we would like to go with him to collect the flyers, and he'll purchase lunch for us. So, well, two of us could not leave at the same time. And, well, I went thinking, well,
approximately what time?
It was midday. It was around lunchtime. And I didn't think anything of it, because I said, yes, it's my father's friend. So I went along with him, and then he decided to show me, wanted to show me where he had land up in the park, Glencoe. And while up there, which I thought, why he wants to show me land? I'm going through my mind, like, what is he doing going up here? But at the same time, I still didn't have no reason to think anything was of it. While we were up there, of course, when he's in the driver's seat, he had a black Laurel.
A black Laurel.
Laurel, I remember it very clearly. And I was in the front seat of the passenger seat. And he stopped, and he went up and he turned, and he was coming back down. and he was pointing to show me where his residence is and where he, now up on that hill where he purchased the land.
Okay.
And from that land is where he can see his property, existing property at the time, up in Newberry Hill. And he crossed in front of me to point out the window to show me where's the land, and then he turned my face with his other hand on my leg and tried.
Where on your leg you put his
on
hand?
my thigh. I was wearing a skirt and
close to your private area?
well, I had on a skirt, so he was putting his leg, running his leg up my leg. So I, with one hand, I moved his hand away, and with the other hand, he tried to turn my face so to kiss me and to touch me, and I was like, "What are you doing?" I said, You're an old man." I said, "You're my father's friend. What are you doing?"
My father's friend.
And he didn't answer. And I said, "Could you please just take me back to the office now?"
And what he did, what was the conversation like?
Well, I was just very frightened, so I was kind of just like wanted to reach back.
Yeah.
I was just very nervous and frightened at the time. I was very young and inexperienced in that way, so he totally
And how old are you
validated
now?
my trust. I'm 42.
42. You were 17 then?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So he violated my trust, and I looked at him as
So
one
you
of
had
my
looked at him
father
as
friends.
an uncle, as a father friend, as a person you have high
Well, I
respect
wouldn't
for.
say an uncle because he wasn't that close, but
Yeah.
it was somebody who I respected.
Yeah.
Because he was there daily
your
with
fa- you just started
every
seeing them in
day.
the house.
Every day
Yeah.
they were at the constituency office.
Yeah.
So we met them and they were quite friendly and nice. So I didn't think anything like that would have
Did you ever make a
happened.
report about this incident?
No.
Why?
Well, at that time, during those times, we didn't really think
Yeah.
of it much
Yeah.
like that. And of
Yeah.
course,
The embarrassment.
yeah, to go through all of that. And
But
You know,
ever
so-
since, your experience seeing him on television, and after all these years, after an altercation with Patrick Manning saying in Parliament that he's a loose cannon, and all these different incidents that have surfaced against him.
yeah.
I mean, what was your thought about him?
Well, I was quite shocked that people would even want him to represent the company. Because if somebody could do like something like that, and of course we heard other stories, what else he could do when he is in power?
Okay.
If that's the example that we want to have
So you could
as a
record
prime
your father
minister.
watching you on the pavement.
Yeah.
Wow. So they put you in a car, want them and send you home?
Yeah, well, at the time, my cousin had her license, so
Your father said go up the road?
one
So your
time.
father was upset
And
also?
yeah, and we never returned to work
You
again.
never went back to the office?
No.
Did Valley ever approach you all
No.
and ask you? But Ken
No.
Valley was aware of it?
Yes, he was there as well.
His family was aware of it?
Everybody. Yes.
Everybody was aware
Everybody
of
there.
it?
Yes. Everybody was aware of it.
Well, look how this thing was. Look at this incident that was swept under the carpet. This entire incident took place and everything was just shh. What about this incident? And I said, you know what? Let me get everybody together. Let me come out and say. And when I realized, wait, I realized this is not no bacchanal set of people. When I found her, I said, nah, it can't be. And I started doing my investigation. Lo and behold, I got the mother and daughter to come out and tell me. The reason why they don't want to show their faces, but they show their faces to the police and whatnot, and to any lawyer or anybody, because they're scared of being. People bitter. You know, this is an election time, but how do you describe? Now that this man could be your next prime minister,
I don't feel comfortable at all about that.
is this a person you will trust?
No. And he actually came into my office where I was employed at Home Construction approximately 9 years ago. And when he saw me there, his reaction was like in surprise. And of course, I was terrified even though it was so many
So you
years
saw him
later.
9 years after.
No, 9 years ago.
9 years
face
ago.
to face.
Uh-huh.
And he watched me. It's surprised because, of course, he wasn't looking to see me there.
Yeah.
He came to purchase a property.
Okay. Mom, what have you to say about this?
Well, I am in shock, and I think he should not go up to represent Trinidad and Tobago as a prime minister. I don't think.
Somebody said, and they said it right. Somebody in the PNM said that he never lived his life to become a prime minister.
No.
He never lived his life like that. It's like he's so shocked. He's so shocked that now that he's running for this office. You understand? Because I could recall, and I'm saying this today, you might be shocked. But this incident is no different than an incident that took place, and I'll say today, in the presence of Dr. Lenny Sate, Jerry Narias, Patrick Manning, and another, where Dr. Rowley was summoned to a meeting concerning an individual who worked at Balize House and himself, and the entire incident pertaining to that, what went on there was shh. They had to do it in order to keep things down. And the entire incident stayed right in the office there. And I am calling, ladies and gentlemen, on the former Prime Minister, the very distinguished Patrick Manning. Tell us, could you deny that incident involving Mr. Rowley at Balize House and this incident at Diego Martin? At?
Diego Martin Central.
Diego Martin Central Constituency Office.
Diego Martin,
concerning this 17-year-old. Ladies and gentlemen, these are people who build PNM. These are people who have never done any... Did you ever go to any meeting after that?
No.
No meeting?
No meeting.
After a lock off everything, huh?
Everything. Everything was locked off.
Wow. So you believe that this man can be trusted? Do you believe that?
No, I don't think so.
If it is alleged he took your daughter in a black laurel to watch land in the night, is it in the night?
No, it was daylight.
But he see him good. Huh?
Daylight.
Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it all today. House to build the PNM. Diego Martin Central. Work with the late Valley. I would like Patrick Manning. I'd like every journalist to go to Patrick Manning house and ask Mr. Manning about this incident. Let me see if he will deny it. Because you said Patrick Manning was aware of it.
Yes, he was.
When he heard about it, what he did, what was his reaction?
He said that he didn't want him there. There's no need for him to come back there at the constituency.
So he was
office.
stopped.
Yes, from returning.
Wow.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an eye-opener. What I will call, I have no dealing with Mr. Narias. I have no dealing with Lenny Sate. But what I will ask the Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister, to do, tell the nation about these two incidents involving the worker at Balize House. I don't want to call her surname. I don't want to call her name right now. I have a name. I have contact numbers and everything. But tell us about this incident that took place 25 years ago. Mother, 69-year-old, telling you about this incident. And just they never did it because her husband, when her husband died and whatnot, I mean, they never wanted to discredit the party because everybody worked together in the party. They never wanted to create enemies in the church with the priests, but nobody never wanted to do that because these are God-fearing people. Am I right?
Yes.
They never wanted to create no kind of friction between it, so they had to keep it down. They had to keep it down. But lo and behold, when I found out, she couldn't deny it. When I brace you by the door and ask you by your gate, what you said, how you know that, Mr. Allen? And I tell her, I said, no, you need to talk about it. I need to find out. And when I located this woman here today, I said, no, I need to find out.